Hi, welcome to another one of our sparring session movie reviews. I'm Jean.
I'm David.
And we are Kaplan versus Kaplan.
We don't always disagree on our reviews, but when we do, we wear these.
We've got these. Today we are reviewing a small film called Leave No Trace, starring Ben Foster and Thomasin Harcourt Mackenzie, a newcomer from New Zealand. It's about a father and daughter living off the grid in a forest in Oregon, and it's based on a novel based on a true story.
They actually live in a tent in the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere. They sleep together in a small tent side by side. They forage for food, and they seem very happy.
The movie is directed by Deborah Granick, who made Jennifer Lawrence a star in Winter's Bone. So she now has this newcomer, Harcourt Mackenzie, who is just marvelous. She's just does a fabulous job as the daughter. It's a very tough film. It's very sad. The father is a war veteran, Foster. Ben Foster plays Will, suffering from PTSD, and he translates a lot of that sadness to his daughter, Tom, in the movie. And it's just a very emotionally wrought film, very well received by the critics.
The movie is, let me say this, the movie is driven when they're put into a temporary housing with a warm bed and all the modern conveniences. And the movie is driven by how the girl begins to socialize and realize there's a real world out there, but he's a loner. And we're not really sure why, other than his wife and her mother is no longer in the picture. Actually, there are some joyful moments in the movie. For example, Tom, the daughter, learns beekeeping from another woman in the community, and it's remarkable. She finds it remarkable that the bees are all over her and they don't sting her.
And she learns that. That's true. Joyful? I wouldn't call this movie joyful.
No,
I don't know.
Overall,
I didn't find many joyful moments in this movie. Okay, maybe the beekeeping was one. That was just a really little one. My take of this film is, even though it's being very well received, it is dreary. And the other thing is, Foster normally is so great, don't you think? I mean, didn't we love him in The Messenger?
Yeah, he was great. He's a solid actor.
He is a solid actor. But in this film, I thought he overplayed his hand as this loner father that, just can't seem to fit in. Well, and they had a really good situation.
The thing that really bothered me about this film, I didn't get the emotional involvement that I think it should have been, and perhaps it was different in the book, which we, of course, haven't read. But what inevitably happens to this father-daughter is something that should have involved, at least me, more emotionally than it did.
That's true. That's a good point. That's a good point. Anyway,
she hits me even when I make a good point.
There you go. Anyway, so that's it. Leave No Trace. Can't give it a rotten review, and you could catch our reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. Can't give it a rotten on Rotten Tomatoes, but this would not be something that I might rush out to the theater to see. So in our world, we would give it a wait for DVD.
Yes, I agree with that.
Okay.